Hi everybody, CBC Sports PJ here with the irrepressible Liz MAnley. Liz, I've been seeing you all weekend long running around, and I want you to tell me what you thought of the women's field of competition here.
I'm breathless. It was probably the strongest field of women that we have seen in so long. You know, for so many years now, people have always been coming up to me and saying, how come we're so weak in the women's skating? Why aren't we producing more skaters? I mean, not just one every so often. I think here in Mississauga, we proved them wrong that we're on track. We have a lot of young talent coming up. Normally you would see 3 or 4 really good skaters, but we had like the last 2 flights of women's skaters here were just phenomenal. Caitlin Osmond, I can't even tell you. I mean, her short program scores were world medal level. I saw her for the first time in Skate Canada, and I instantly knew that we had a star there. And I'm so looking forward to see what she puts out there in London.
Some people say that she reminds them of your former rival, Katarina Witt.
Yes.
What do you think?
I actually, you know what? She kind of, well, hello, Carmen. So it is the first time I've actually enjoyed listening to Carmen. But I think she has a little bit of Katarina, but from a distance with her hair and everything. She reminds me of Jen Robinson a little bit, too.
Yes.
So there's kind of a combination. But I personally, nothing against Katarina, don't get me wrong, but I think Caitlin's stronger. I think
so too.
Technically is a much stronger jump. What I love about Caitlin is the fact that she has incredible artistry. The maturity level for her age just blows me away, and it's like she's been seasoned for years, and she's really a newcomer on the scene. But the technical ability, the height of her jumps, the quality of the jumps, the positioning of the jumps are first rated.
That's what I think. So, you know what? You are very involved in a cause that is near and dear to the hearts of many, and that is mental illness. So tell me what else you're up to.
Well, in exactly 7 days, Liz MAnley and Friends will be happening in Ottawa. This is a huge benefit show that I've put together, and yes, I am getting my old Kardashian butt out on the ice. But this is a huge event that I've put together to raise awareness for teen mental health and to tribute some very prominent teens that took their lives in my home in Ottawa. One of them being a figure skater, Jamie Hubley from the Glencairn Skating Club. So it's my way to raise some funding for the 2 organizations, Do It for Darren and YSB Services of Ottawa, which help teens, troubled teens in these times that we find the bullying and everything that's going on with them. So I got a whole stack of my friends together. Megan and Eric, who just won the Canadian Pairs title, they're coming. So they're literally driving home to Montreal and driving right back to Ottawa. We start rehearsals on Thursday. But I have Elvis Stoico, Nancy Kerrigan, Joannie Rochette, Sean Sawyer. I have a whole group, and I have live singers. And I'm praying that the vision of this show that I have will all come together, and it's for such a great cause.
So how important is the mental aspect of training in the sport?
Oh, it's more important than I feel sometimes what you're doing on the ice. You can be what we call a practice skater, and not a competition skater, and what that means is you can be textbook perfect, you can land everything, you can do everything in practice, but as soon as you get out in front of that crowd and television and the judges and all the nerves start accumulating in your system, you fall apart. And it's really a psychological game, and the mental preparation that goes into being a world and Olympic athlete is just as much training as the actual on-ice training.
So in terms of somebody's mental health or your mental health, did skating offer you more good than bad?
Originally bad. I think it's because I didn't have the availability in those days to have sports psychologists, and you know, there's so much out there now for these kids to work with the sports psychologists. And when I went through my depression as a teen, we didn't even know about sports psychologists, and I took the whole world on my shoulders, and I completely fell apart. It was only after that I had, you know, the depression and pretty much the nervous breakdown that I seeked out and got the help and started working with a sports psychologist, and it turned my entire life around. And 4 years later, I was standing on the podium in Calgary, and I've always said this, that I truly believe that I would never have won a medal without the work of my psychologist to help me through it and to work through those issues that I was having, being able to control myself under pressure.
Do you know what? Thank you so much for talking to us and for your honesty and for what you're doing for teens everywhere. Thanks, Liz MAnley.
Thank you.